Tiger lives in a tiger lair. Cries for help come from everywhere. Bullying is their enemy. Together we'll stop it, just wait, you'll see. Tiger, 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 come for you and me. Tiger, tiger, just you wait and see. Help is near, no need to fear, 'cause Tiger's on their way. Jump and shout, then turn about for Tiger. Tiger, no more bullying, it's a brand new day.
Hi everyone! My whole life I have always tried to stay positive and always reached for the stars. Why not, I would tell myself. Why limit yourself when you can dream? Why sell yourself short? Reach for the stars and achieve all you can. Believe in yourself and reach for the stars!
Once upon a time, there was a girl who loved to dream about the stars. Every night as she lay in her bed, her little sister asleep beside her, she looked out her window to the twinkling night stars above in the cool night sky. She imagined she was twinkling back. The girl's life could be hard. She often did not have enough food to eat, and it was her job to take care of her little brother and sister every morning before school and again when she got home. She made sure everyone got breakfast, put on clean clothes, made their lunches, and dropped them off at the daycare on her way to school. She always left with enough time to get to her own school on time. That is, unless Richie took too long to get dressed or Chrissy took too long to eat her toast. Mrs. Smith, her 5th grade teacher, always smiled at the girl in the morning when she arrived. She didn't know about the girl's troubles. At least, the girl didn't think she knew. But she always smiled at the girl when she arrived, and that made her feel better. The girl loved school and was always sad when the last bell rang. She had to hurry after school because she had to pick up her little brother and sister by 4 o'clock, or her mother would have to pay more money. There was not much money to go around, so it was important that the girl was there on time. When they woke up, their mother was always asleep in the morning because she worked very late. When the girl, Chrissy, and Richie got home from school, their mother was just waking up, so she could get ready to go to work again. The girl helped her mother make dinner, clean up, while keeping an eye on the 2 younger children. The girl liked helping her mother. It made her feel important. Sometimes the girl got tired, and sometimes she wished she could be like the other girls in her class and take a dance class after school or be on the soccer team. But she knew her mother needed her, and she always had her stars. One night, after her mother had left and the baths were done and her 2 younger siblings were in bed asleep, she looked out her bedroom window. The stars seemed especially bright tonight, so bright they seemed almost ablaze with light. The girl blinked, and suddenly the stars began to dance around and around, faster and faster in the night sky. Delighted at the display, the girl reached out her hand and caught a star as it danced by. It sparkled in her hand and then faded out into the night. And somehow, despite everything, the girl knew that one day her dreams would come true. Someday she would be up there, dancing too. Reach for the stars.
I'm for Tiger!
Hi, Alex here, and I'm with Tiger Time Kids Kitchen. And you know what we're going to do right now? We're going to make New England corn chowder. And of course, it's the time of year that we don't have much corn around. So we have to cheat a little bit. So watch this, it'll taste delicious corn chowder, but not fresh out of the garden. The first thing we're going to do is get a little vegetables sauteing. And I've got 1 leftover carrot that I want to use. These were leftover carrots from a little cheese dip fajita party we had, but I don't want to waste them. So see, those are going in. And this is a carrot that I saw on the refrigerator. So I'm cutting it up in little quarter pieces and Watch my fingers. I'm not like this. I'm like this. And I just leave that end of the knife on the counter and just go. And this knife is called a chef's knife. So that's the carrots. Here's a little chopped garlic I just chopped. And we need an onion for the chowder. So here's a little onion. I cut the end off, but I don't want to waste a lot. And I'm slicing up an onion. I go one way, then I turn it around. I don't have my hand flat. I have it round like a claw. We're going to cook that up. That's all the onion we need. We need a little celery. So I'm going to do a little bit of this. I'm cooking that up just a little. I'm going to add a little milk because that helps it cook faster. Now for our potatoes, we couldn't wait today to boil the potatoes in front of you. So I've got, my potatoes are already, see the steam? That's because these are hot and cooked. Pretty good. So that's for the chowder. Check our vegetables, they're doing nicely. And this next thing we're doing is we're going to make a little bit of flour and butter to soften up our, here's the butter. Butter and flour. And I have a little whip, and I'm going to stir it up right here and melt it. It'll turn to a paste right before your eyes. We will have something which I call a paste or a thickening agent, but what it really is a roux, but it's not a roux until it cooks for a minute. It's just because if I turn it off now and put it in, it'll separate. The butter will be over here and the flour will be over here and you'll get nothing. So it has to cook. And it's cooking right now. I think I can put a little more flour in. I just sort of sense it. Whip it around, and we can turn that off pretty much now because it'll cook in its own heat. So I'm going to turn it off, let it sit. These are just cooking just a little bit. We've got potatoes ready. I put the vegetables in there. They're all half cooked, but they're going to finish in the bottom of this pan. I should have put a little more oil in there, or butter, because I don't like to waste a thing. Then, that's in there. This is the thickening agent. Now I can't dump this thickening agent in there. I have to slowly put this milk in there. Watch how this thickens, you won't believe it. I'm going to keep the potatoes back, put a little water in there. Watch. I might even get a whip. You have to use the right tools, you know. See how that's thickening? I'm just getting rid of this milk. And that's the beginning of our chowder base. And then we have plain old, good old milk. And as I do this, this will, right before your eyes, will become the chowder juice. Do you know what I mean? It looks lumpy. And in 5 seconds, it will be just a little bit of thickener. See it happening right before your very eyes? Isn't that incredulous? What is the word incredulous? I'll say incredible. And now I'm going to let that cook for a minute. Now we have that thick. Remember the potatoes? Remember the vegetables? Whoop! There they go. Remember this is cooking for a minute. Get rid of that. World's fastest clam chowder. And we want some corn. I wish I had some whole kernel corn, so I don't. But I'm going to use a little ladle to put some in there. I've got a little bit of corn I'm putting in there, a little early. And I made a mistake and didn't pick up any whole kernel corn. But you won't even know the difference when it's done. Because that gives the chowder a flavor of corn. And you wouldn't get it that much. Now, as soon as I stir this in, I'm going to put this right into that. And we'll be almost done. That's amazing. I could do it right now, and I'm going to. So, in it goes. And, gee, we used 3 whole pans on this already. That's a lot of pans. And now this is going over on the heat next door. And we're going to look, now it looks pretty thick, doesn't it? See how thick it looks? So we have to let it, Want to hear the world's biggest kitchen word? You ready for what word it is? Watch me. The word is amalgamate. What does amalgamate mean? It means the flavor goes from the onion into the milk, and the celery into the milk, and the corn into the milk, so it's amalgamating together. There's an old saying that the soup always tastes better on the second day. Why? Because the flavor is mixing together like chemistry almost. Isn't that cool? So when you make something, it might not taste just exactly finished until it sits around in the refrigerator. You don't know what's happening when you're sleeping. You know what I mean? Okay, now we've got a real soup in there. Take a look. Can you see it? It'll thicken as it heats, so I think I can use up this whole quart. And you know what I do for the garbage man in the environment? Watch my fingers. Fold this in here, because you don't want to send a truck with air all the way up to the dump. And you step on it on the floor, and look what you've got in the garbage. You don't have a big thing, you know what I mean? So if there's 1,000 of these in the garbage, it's this big. But if you smash them all, they'd only be this big. That's why we do that. Sometimes I do it on the floor, but then the dog comes over and licks up the milk. So this will just amalgamate for a little while. We don't want to burn it, and we don't want to boil it. We just want it to let it come together. And that's what we're doing. And what have we missed? What does almost all soups have in it, and sauces and things? A little bit of seasoning. This is my favorite, a little Worcestershire. It gives it a deepening flavor. I don't know how to explain it. It's a little bit of molasses and brown sugar and a little bit of salt. Can't hurt. And I put a little bit of garlic. You remember that, but I love garlic. So this is garlic powder, which will help. And I haven't put pepper in it yet. So I'll put a little pepper in it, and that's what I'll do. I think I have the better pepper right here, black pepper. And I'll just shake a little in. Yep, and when this will be very good. Sometimes I might, for fun at dinner time, put the bowls out and put a little piece of of butter, like a little quarter teaspoon on each bowl, so it looks like it's buttery and rich. I'm going to serve my first corn chowder, and here it is. R, reach for the stars.
What you doing claiming tomorrow today? You're in charge now, don't you give it away. You are stronger than you're thinking today. Stand up tall, for it's a brand new day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Are you thinking what you'll do with your time? Use it wisely so your whole life will rhyme. All the mountains you can easily climb. Brand new day and time for you to shine. Brand new day. It's up to you what to do. Brand new day for you. What will you say? What will you do? To dwell on all of the pain. Seek the sunshine and come in from the rain. It's a brand new day, you've got much to gain. You can do it, nothing left to explain. Yeah, yeah,